Thanksgiving was supposed to be warm, filled with laughter and family. Instead, I spent the day staring at an empty table, forgotten, unseen, and unloved. But when someone unexpected walked into my office, the truth I'd buried for years hit me like a punch I wasn't ready for. I sank into the corner of my sofa, phone in hand, scrolling through cheerful Thanksgiving posts. Everyone looked so happy, laughing, hugging, passing plates piled high with food. And me. I sat alone, a cold sandwich on my lap, staring at my screen as if it could fill the emptiness. Why didn't they invite me? I whispered to myself, my voice breaking. What did I do? I thought of Emma. My sister always smiling in photos, perfect as ever, and Tyler right there beside her, grinning like he owned the world. I bit my lip. Had I really done something to deserve this? I remembered last Thanksgiving. Emma had commented on my outfit. Grace, are you seriously wearing that? And laughed with Mom. Everyone had laughed. I'd smiled, pretending it didn't sting. And yet, it stung more than anything else that day. A soft knock at the door made me jump. It's probably a neighbor, I muttered, though I knew no one would come by unannounced. I ignored it. My phone buzzed, and I nearly dropped it. Unknown number. Hesitation froze me, but I answered anyway. Hello. My voice sounded shakier than I wanted. Grace, it's Tyler. I froze. Tyler? Emma's husband? My heart jumped into my throat. Tyler? Hi. Is everything okay? I wanted to talk. Just, for a minute, he said, and I could hear the hesitation, the weight behind his words. Talk? About what? I asked, though a part of me didn't want to know. A part of me needed to. There was silence, long enough for my nerves to start twisting. It's about Emma. And the family. My stomach sank. What about them? I asked, my voice tighter now. Tyler cleared his throat. I know it's not my place, but you've been treated unfairly. I shouldn't be saying this, but you think I don't know that? I snapped, though my voice trembled. I've known it forever. I don't know why I keep hoping they'd see me. I know, he said softly. And that's exactly why I'm calling. Because they don't. Emma, she's been telling things about you. Lies. And everyone, they just believed her. I blinked, tears welling. Lies. About me? My voice cracked. Why would she do that? Tyler hesitated. I don't know. Maybe jealousy. Maybe control. But you don't deserve it, Grace. Not ever. I should have said something sooner. I'm sorry. I swallowed hard. My heart pounded with a mixture of anger and relief. You're serious? I whispered. You mean what you're saying? Yes, he said, firm now. I wanted you to know the truth. Before you spent another holiday thinking you were invisible. You're not. I sank back into the sofa, shaking. The sandwich forgotten. I don't know what to say. I just, thanks, I guess. You don't have to say anything. Just, know that I see you. And maybe we can talk in person? Just a little? I hesitated. My chest felt tight, my mind racing with every possibility. Okay, maybe. But I don't know when. That's fine, he said. Whenever you're ready. Just, be careful with them. They've been manipulative. I didn't want you to suffer any more alone. I've been alone my whole life, I whispered, more to myself than him. But maybe not entirely. Exactly, Tyler said gently. Not entirely. I hung up, hands shaking, staring at the phone as if it were a lifeline thrown into stormy waters. My apartment felt smaller, quieter, yet heavier. Something had shifted. My chest hurt, but it wasn't the same pain I'd felt scrolling through Instagram posts. I whispered into the empty room, maybe this year won't be like the others. And for the first time, a spark of something, hope, tingled in my chest. The knock at my office door startled me. I wasn't expecting anyone. Come in, I called, keeping my voice steady even though my stomach twisted. Tyler stepped inside, eyes scanning the room like he was preparing for battle. He closed the door behind him and finally looked at me. The weight in his gaze made my chest tighten. "Tyler, what are you doing here?" I asked, trying to mask the mix of anger and disbelief. I needed to talk to you," he said, his voice low. "It's important." "Important?" I raised an eyebrow, folding my arms. "You mean about Emma? Or are you here to gaslight me like everyone else?" He flinched slightly, and I knew he hadn't expected me to be this blunt. "No, Grace. I promise. I'm not here to make you feel worse. I need you to hear the truth." I let out a bitter laugh. "The truth? Do I even know what that looks like anymore?" "I think you do," he said, taking a cautious step closer. "It's about Emma, about the stories she's been telling our family. Lies. She's been saying things about you being selfish, ungrateful, that you don't care about them." My hands trembled. She did what?" I whispered, barely able to believe it. "All these years, they believed her." Tyler nodded. "Yes. Everyone. And I stayed quiet. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry, Grace. I just didn't know how to fix it. I know I failed you." I felt my chest tighten with a mix of betrayal and relief. So, all those times I wondered if I was the problem. I wasn't. My voice cracked, the tears threatening to fall. "You weren't," he said firmly. "It was never you. You were always yourself. Honest, kind, too good for the way they twisted everything." I sank into the chair behind my desk, trying to steady my shaking hands. "Why are you telling me this now?" I asked, my voice smaller. "Why not sooner?" "Because I couldn't keep watching you suffer," Tyler admitted, running a hand through his hair. "I couldn't let another holiday go by while you were being ignored, hurt, alone. You deserved better, Grace. Still do." A mix of anger and clarity bubbled inside me. "You know, I spent years questioning myself. Every time I smiled, every choice I made. I thought I was the problem. But all this time, it was them." Tyler looked relieved, yet sad. "Exactly. And you don't have to forgive immediately, but you deserve to know. You deserve to see the truth for yourself." I exhaled sharply, thinking of every snide comment, every ignored achievement, every laugh at my expense. "I can't just let this go," I said, voice firm. "I can't keep being invisible. I need to do something. Confront them. Show them I'm not weak. That I'm not what they said I am." Tyler smiled faintly, a mix of pride and worry in his expression. "I knew you had it in you, Grace. That fire. Just be careful. They'll try to gaslight you again. They'll fight to keep their control. But you can rise above." I nodded, determination coiling in my chest like steel. "I will. I'm done being the quiet one, the overlooked one. I'm done letting them define me." He hesitated at the door. "If you need someone who actually sees you, I'll be here." "Thank you," I said softly, my throat tight. "It means more than I can say." As he left, the room felt emptier but lighter at the same time. For the first time in years, I felt clarity, pain, yes, but also purpose. I replayed every word he said, every glance he gave. And finally, I realized the lies weren't mine. They were theirs. I would plan my next move carefully. I would confront Emma. I would reclaim my dignity. I would rise above the toxicity. And this time, I wouldn't be silent. I took a deep breath and opened the door as my family arrived. Emma's eyes immediately narrowed at me, and I could feel the tension crackle in the air. Tyler was behind me, calm, steady, my silent support. "Grace, what's all this?" Mom asked, her voice tight, like she was already on the defensive. "I thought it was time we talked," I said, keeping my tone even. "Honestly, I wanted to see if maybe we could be honest for once." Emma scoffed. "Honest? You've been sulking over a silly misunderstanding. Thanksgiving isn't a big deal." I shook my head, stepping closer. "A big deal? Really, Emma? Being ignored, treated like I don't exist? That's a big deal. Do you know how many times I've wondered if I was the problem?" She blinked, momentarily caught off guard, then smirked. "You're dramatic. Always have been. I'm dramatic, I said, my voice rising slightly. You've been spreading lies about me for years, telling Mom and Dad that I'm selfish, ungrateful, that I don't care about family. And they believed you. My parents shifted uncomfortably. My father's fingers drummed nervously against his knee, while Mom avoided eye contact. Tyler stepped forward. It's true. I can't stay silent anymore. Grace has been treated unfairly. Emma spun toward him. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the truth, Tyler said firmly. The things you've been saying about Grace, about how she supposedly mistreats all of you, they're lies. And everyone believed them. But the truth is, she's always been kind, thoughtful, and more patient than any of us deserve. Emma's face twisted, anger and frustration fighting across her features. You don't know what you're saying. You have no idea what goes on in this family. Oh, I know, I said, my voice steady now, more confident than I expected. I know every laugh at my expense, every achievement ignored, every insult hidden as a joke. And I know I don't have to take it anymore. My parents froze. I could feel the shift, the power I'd lost for years was creeping back, filling me with a strange, satisfying strength. Tyler gave me a small nod, and I drew a deep breath. I invited you here not for apologies, not for tears, but to show you that I'm not invisible anymore. The lies you spread won't define me, Emma. They won't. Emma's mouth opened, but no words came. She seemed small, cornered by the truth she had assumed I'd never expose. Mom finally whispered, Grace, we didn't realize. It doesn't matter what you realized, I said. What matters is what I do now. I'm done being silent, done letting your manipulations control my emotions. I'm done feeling small in a family that pretended I didn't matter. The room was heavy with quiet. My parents fidgeted, Emma's face pale and tight, Tyler standing solidly at my side. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I let the truth speak for itself. I felt a rush of power, a release I hadn't known I needed. The fear, the anxiety, the pain, they were still there, but they were no longer chains. I could stand tall. I could breathe freely. I had finally faced them, and in that silence, karma was already at work. Tyler squeezed my shoulder gently. You did it, Grace. You faced them. I nodded, a small smile tugging at my lips. I did. And now, I can move forward, finally. Not them. Me. For the first time, I saw it clearly. I wasn't a victim. I was stronger than their cruelty. I had risen. The morning after the confrontation, I woke up and for the first time in years, didn't feel the heaviness in my chest. The sun streamed through my window, and the apartment felt bigger, lighter. Thanksgiving wasn't a reminder of exclusion anymore, it was proof of my strength. My phone buzzed. Tyler. Morning, his message read. I just wanted to say, I wish I'd spoken sooner. But I'm proud of you. I smiled, fingers hovering over the keyboard. I typed back, thanks. It means a lot. Really. Then I put my phone down and let the quiet sink in. I wasn't dwelling on what IFS anymore. Today was about me. I called my best friend, Maya. Hey, I said, trying to keep my voice steady but smiling. I needed to hear a familiar voice. Grace, are you okay? Maya's worry was immediate. I am now, I said. Yesterday, everything changed. I finally faced them. Emma, my parents, the lies, everything. And I'm free, I guess. Maya laughed softly. I'm so proud of you. You sound different. Stronger. I feel different, I admitted. I'm done letting their toxicity control my happiness. I'm focusing on what I want, who I want to be. No more chains, no more guilt. I spent the day making small choices for myself, cooking a meal I actually liked, calling friends who mattered, ignoring the texts from relatives who thought an apology could erase years of manipulation. Each action felt like reclaiming a little piece of myself. That evening, Tyler stopped by. We sat on the couch, sipping coffee. You really handled everything beautifully yesterday, he said quietly. I had to, I replied. I couldn't keep being the quiet, overlooked Grace anymore. Too many years of pretending I didn't matter. Tyler nodded. It's easy to forget how strong you are until someone finally shows you. I'm glad I could at least be there to support you. You were more than support, I said, my voice soft. You reminded me that there are people who see me, who understand, who won't let lies define me. Thank you for that. We sat in silence for a moment, letting the warmth of mutual understanding settle between us. I realized then that the love and validation I'd been searching for my whole life could start with myself. No one could take that away. A week later, I got a hesitant message from Emma. Grace, can we talk? I stared at it for a long moment, feeling the old pain flare briefly. But then I smiled, closing my eyes. Not yet, I typed, setting boundaries. Mom called later, voice small. Grace. I'm sorry for everything. I listened, but I didn't respond right away. I didn't need to. I had control now, and my forgiveness would come only on my terms, if at all. I walked around my apartment, noticing the little changes, the way sunlight hit the walls, the quiet hum of life around me. Friends commented on my confidence, my laughter no longer tinged with doubt. Colleagues noticed I spoke up more, took chances, and refused to let anyone minimize me. I realized something powerful. I didn't need validation from the family who tried to erase me. I didn't need their approval or recognition. I had myself. And that was enough. Tyler remained a steady friend, reminding me that courage and truth could come from unexpected places. I thought back to that lonely Thanksgiving table, the ache of being invisible, the tears I'd shed. Now, it felt like a different life, a life I had fought for and claimed. I whispered to the empty room, I am Grace. I am worthy. I am strong. And for the first time, I truly believed it. No lies, no betrayal, no toxic words could ever take that away. I had risen above.